ratnam samudritam yena tasmai vasithaya gurunam gurave namaha. वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। योग वशिष्ठ निर्वाण प्रकरण second half and 68th chapter. Since a few days we have been analyzing between the two bodies. One is gross body made up of 5 elements, of course. 5 elements, that is sky, air, fire, water and earth. These are the basic elements which get together in different ratios mixed up with each other and has created all these names and forms of this visible world, which we know as the real world. We know it. This is the reality for us. And it is made up of all these 5 basic elements by mixing with each other in different ratios. So, whatever forms we see physically by our gross body and senses and the subtle body with all these units of senses which get contact with the outward objects and they perceive it as it is for a moment and get some informative knowledge out of it and they store it in the subconscious mind, whatever it goes on. So all these solid, visible, perceivable objects and its transactions among all these objects, everything is in a gross form and our senses get contact with all these and do the life, they go on with the lifestyle. And this is the reality for us. But of course our body, which we know as I, this body with flesh and bone, this also is made up of by these 5 elements. So it is gross body. But we see when the body dies, the person dies, we say, then the dead body is unable to do anything. That means the dead body cannot speak. The senses of the dead body, they don't act. They don't have any contact with the outer world. So they are incapable of doing anything. And this body, as in our daily life, this body does everything. If at all we walk, drink, eat, or talk or see something, whatever we do, it is done by the gross body. That is what we see. Our common life, everything is done by the gross body. And body is a totality, total idea of the whole group. So body means all the senses, 10 senses, 5 senses of knowledge and other 5 senses of action. All these 10 senses, they do all the actions. That is what we see in practical day-to-day life. And these senses are, they get incapable when this body dies. So what we see then, if we analyze, what do you get? These senses or this body, they have no power to act. Something else makes them act, which is absent in dead body. Something is there in practical day-to-day life. The body does everything, the senses do everything, and the same body with senses, they are incapable of doing anything after death. So what we get by comparing all these? We get the reality, the fact that the body, gross body with all these senses, all these parts, is not capable of doing anything. There is something which gives some energy to this gross body to act, or else it cannot act. It cannot do anything. So when we see this, then generally common people, common ignorant worldly people, they say the prana is the energy. Prana is energy which activates all the parts of the body, and when the body dies, the prana gets away from the body, or it becomes steady or gets out of the body, so that body is incapable of doing anything. That is what common people think. And generally we think that the prana gets away from the body. When the body becomes incapable, or say its time is over, it is now old, or due to some reason it is incapable of doing anything. So the prana gets away from this body, and body decomposes, and all these 5 elements, they go back to their source. That is called decomposition, dissolution. So the earth part goes to the earth, the water part of the body, it goes to the water. In this way, all these 5 elements, they go to their sources. Okay. Now, where does this prana remain? Where is the center of prana? So that it has some, you see, duty as it were, to activate the body and our lifestyle goes on. Where from this prana comes? And where does it remain in the body? And after death it gets away. Generally we think like this, the prana has left the body and gone. This is what we know. So out of these common factors, which everybody knows, we see the prana gives a momentum, it energizes, it activates the whole body, then only body does everything, and body is known as lively body, living body. And when the prana is absent, then body is called dead body. Okay? So prana is the factor. And what is prana? Where does it remain? How does it act? Where does it act? How it is, where it is. So when we analyze the factor prana, we see prana is all over the body, all pervading in the body. Everywhere it does something or other. Even every hair of the body is grown, or it is there because of prana. Prana acts in every cells of the body, every part of the body. Prana is really the energy which makes the body do something. So prana is all over the body. And when the body dies, prana slowly withdraws itself from the whole body and then gives up the body, and it goes away from the body. And what happens to prana, that is different subject. So this prana, how does it activate? What does it do? And do you see this prana by physical eyes? Does anybody see it? It is subtler than the gross body. It is energy. And this prana we see it gets energy from food. If a person doesn't take food ordinarily and water, then the prana cannot work in the body. So it is clear, the prana gets energy. Prana itself is an energy, and it does all the actions in the body, outside the body, everything. And this prana is subtler than the body and all pervading in the body, in all the parts of the body, in and out. And this is nothing but energy in some form. And according to medical science, we know so many things, whatever in day-to-day life we see. Prana, it activates in the heart, it pumps the heart always, and that is called heart beating, and it activates the nerve system all over the body. By the nerves, it makes the parts of the body to act, to you see, to move, to fold or to stretch, everything by the nerve system. And nerves are activated by the prana. And prana also, it works like a what we call piston. It it pumps the heart, and heart is made up of 4 chambers, and in 2 chambers all the blood from the all over the body, it is collected and it is purified in the heart, and the pure blood is sent into the nerve system. The veins collect the impure blood, and arteries, they supply the pure blood to the whole body. And by pushing this blood into the nerves, the prana succeeds to act all the parts of the body. So prana is the main factor, and it is the energy. And prana also gets energy from our food, water, etc. Without food, prana cannot work. From this system and from all other systems in the world, we see the energy is the main factor to run the whole process of the nature in our world. Everything is done by the prana. Prana means energy. And that energy, what we see from practical world, this energy is nothing but a process, a momentum, and this always goes on changing from one aspect to the other aspect. That means it changes its style of action and gets different names. For example, just as the energy is called light, energy is called electricity, energy is also sound, energy also magnet. All these are whatever we see in physical science. Everything is energy, but one energy gets transformed into another energy and gets different names. Energy is same. The active process, and process is changing. Process means it gets changed every moment. So energy means it is a changing system, and the same energy, it gets different names in different, while doing different actions. The same electricity can be magnet, same magnet can be light, light can be even turned into sound, anything can be changed into any other energy. So food also is an energy. From food, the prana gets energy. From other sources also it can get some energy to sustain itself. In this way, the changing system in this body goes on, and the subtle energy, prana, in different forms, it activates the gross body and the life goes on. This is what grossly we know. And but energy is subtle body, and it had different aspects, different names. So this same prana, it becomes mind, it becomes subconscious mind, and mind is fourfold: subconscious mind, ego, and intellect, and gross mind. And prana, when activates this fourfold mind, then mind gets energy, and mind activates all these senses. In this way, it goes on, the whole lifestyle goes on in a cycle, and this cycle is nothing but dependent on each other, or one energy gets transferred into the other. In this way, the whole system works, body system works. So, gross body is different now when we see all this, and this energy active process, this process of acting is subtle and it is different. So this subtler body, which is the source of, or the which is the cause for, source for the all actions done by the physical body, gross body. And all these subtler energies in different forms, it is energy only. Mind, intellect, subconscious mind, ego, and our prana, all these, they together make a group, they make a total body which is subtler body. Subtler body, which is, now we saw it is an energy in different forms, which is cause for the all actions done by the physical body, gross body. So this group, this body, subtle body, is, when we analyze still more elaborately, we see different names of the same energy, which we call the 5 units of the senses, 5 units of the senses. That means 5 senses of knowledge, which are known as the eyes, which see the object, and nose smells the object, and skin which touches the object, tongue tastes the object, and ears which hear the sound of the object. In this way, 5 units, Sabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, the sound, touch, smell, taste, and the form. All these 5 units, they are a kind of energy only. They do all the connective process in the body, connective process. They go out through the senses and they get contact with the particular objects and come back with some impressions, collecting some impressions. So it is a process of perception. These are done by the same energy in different ways. So the subtle body, which is made up of all these 5 units and the fourfold mind and the prana, they are together 8 members of the subtle body. So this subtle body, which is really responsible for all our actions and reactions and the lifestyle which goes on, having contact with the objects of the senses, all these goes on by this subtle body using the gross body. Gross body in this way becomes the apparatus, the instrument for the subtle body. Subtle body uses this gross body for doing something. Doing something means always having contact with the outer world. This is the only work. And getting some impressions. That we call it knowledge. Knowledge, informative knowledge from all the bodies, from all the forms and names. So this subtle body uses this gross body as an instrument, and this subtle body is made up of prana also, energy. It is energy only in different ways. Eightfold body, it is eightfold energy. Same prana, same mind, everything is energy only. A changing system.
But Swamiji, you said the prana cannot survive without food. So how can subtle body survive after death?
Yes. We have seen now the energy is nothing but a changing system. Energy cannot keep quiet, it is not stable. Stability is not called energy. Stability is known as energy, known as the reality. When the stability is disturbed somehow or other, that disturbance is called energy. The stability, when is disturbed, it becomes wavering. Wavering means it is disturbance only, So when we see the water, a stable surfacial water, when it gets disturbed by air or by other elements, then the waves are created. Though the waves are not different from the water, but it is a disturbing part of the stable water. Same thing, but disturbance is seen in waves and stability, whatever is reality, that is known as the real matter. And instability, we see it is a process, a changing process. And this changing process is known as energy. You heard that prana gets energy from food. Did you forget? I told you, the energy is a changing process. One energy gets changed and gets other name every now and then. So the energy becomes food for the another energy. The whole world, if you analytically see it, the whole creation is only created as food. The whole creation is nothing but food. Why it is food? Food means a supporting, food means one energy supporting another energy. Whatever objects you see in this world, which has got some forms and some names, they are subject to change, isn't it? So this changing phenomena is nothing but energy. Every object, when you analytically see, it is made up of some energy only. And this energy, as it were, nothing but sound in the very beginning. Starting point is sound. Sound is nothing but wave. And all the energies, they are wavy system only. So sound in the beginning, when it is seen, or suppose we have agreed it is there, so that sound becomes nothing but wave, and sound waves, they go on changing in all directions. All directions means 360 degree to the power 360 to the power infinity. In all directions. Akhanda mandalakaram. In all directions. It spreads and goes on changing. The same sound becomes light and say prana, air and everything. Everything, whatever we see as some form or names, they are nothing but solidified energy. Whatever object you can take, any object, if you analyze it, in the end, the energy is seen. Scientifically, according to modern science also, and to as philosophers, great saints and sages, they have done research over it from both the sides, philosophically and scientifically. One conclusion. The whole world is nothing but play of energy. The whole world is nothing but play of energy. One energy gets transferred into other. And by this, the names and forms are created. If you analyze scientifically, every object will be seen in the atomic form as sound or some momentum. Even the smallest atom, it is not stable, it is always in the motion. This is how the whole world is in a process, changing process. So not food means one energy gets transferred to the other. This is how one is known as food to the other. What do you understood by food? Food is not only rice and chapati. Food is nothing but energy. One energy gets transferred into the other. In this way, the whole world process goes on. So prana is a name for the particular process of the energy.
Swamiji, it survives after physical death.
The prana, as we know it grossly, and in individual bodies it is limited. And this limited prana is known as the gross prana, just as our gross body. Similarly, this individual limited prana which activates in this gross body, this prana is known as gross prana. But the prana means, prana is all pervading fact. All pervading means the whole universe, which is changing every moment, which is a changing process only. That's how it is prana only. Prana is all pervading in all these names and forms, whether it is seen as activating or not seen, it is stable. Our stability, what we see just as a stone, never changes. We see ordinarily the stone is stable. It doesn't change. But the slow change we cannot see by our gross senses. But everything is subject to change. Even the stone is affected by the influence of other elements, say heat, water, or air. The change goes on. And this change goes on in gross way and in subtle way also. Everywhere the change is going on. So change is called energy, and energy we have named it as prana in the body. And this energy is all pervading in the whole universe. So, though it acts in a particular body, yet it is present everywhere. So, our gross prana, which was responsible for this particular body, when its duty is over, then it gets away and starts doing some other works in subtler realms. You see, have you seen some snow bulks on the water somewhere in Gangotri or Tapovan? A mass of snow floats on the water, isn't it? That snow is water or something different than the water? Huh? Water floats on the water. Similarly, the prana, gross prana, moves in subtle prana, subtle realms, which is also the form of energy only. Got the point? Where, see this dead body, if prana is totally out of this body, then how this gross body after death rottens and some germs, some what we call kide, worms, beautiful white worms are created by this rotten flesh and uh, blood. Where from they get life? Huh? The life is still there in this gross body. And you know, this gross body is made up of 5 elements. And 5 elements means the sky, the air. Air we take as prana. Prana is everywhere. So it never gets absent anywhere totally, but physically, grossly, it becomes absent somewhere, and in subtler world it is ever present everywhere. That is how we are able to say the whole universe is, whole creation is nothing but play of energy. Energy means prana also. Energy means other names are also energy. Mind also energy. Intellect also is energy. That's how we have seen the same prana becomes the mind. Mind becomes intellect, or intellect becomes mind, or mind activates the prana, or prana activates the mind, vice versa. In every way it goes on. One energy energizes the other energy. That is the whole process. One energy energizes the other energy. What do you understand from it?
One changing thing changes the other changing thing.
Yes. My leg doesn't work. It has become benumbed. So it cannot work. So I have to support this leg by my hand. So how do you explain it? How do you express it? In language? Come on, tell it. I hold my own leg and I picked it from the... How do you express it?
You just did.
My finger is not working now, and I hold this finger by other fingers. How do you express it? The body acts in body. The finger helps the finger. Isn't it? The hand holds the leg means the body holds the body. Similarly, the energy activates the energy, and the whole process is nothing but the change of energy everywhere. The food also is energy, the prana also is energy, mind also is energy, your subconscious mind also is energy, everything is energy. So now, coming to our analytical process, the gross body is activated by the subtler body which is all pervading in the body, and it is a body of energy, subtler than the gross body, and it uses this gross body as some instruments. And really speaking, if you can differentiate between this gross and subtle, the subtle body is nothing but is a changing process, and that changing process is what energy. Energy means unsteadiness of the steady matter. When the steadiness becomes unsteady, that is we call energy. Energy means a changing process, that means it is a disturbed fact, disturbing fact. When you see waves in the water, water is water, waves are also water, but disturbed water is known as wave. Understood? So similarly, the disturbance is known as the energy, and undisturbed situation is called reality. So when the steady or complete balanced state of the matter becomes unsteady or becomes imbalanced, that we know as energy, and this subtle body is nothing but this energy in different ways, in 8 forms, and this is called eightfold body, and it is subtler than the gross body, and this is the cause for all the actions done by the body, gross body. Now, this subtle body, sometimes when the gross body becomes incapable of doing actions, it gives up this gross body and it works in subtler realms, and when the time is there, means according to the time, the subtle body again collects some matters and makes a new gross body as its instrument to do some further process. That is life process. That means the subtle body makes the gross body as its instrument again and again. And according to the scheme, whatever it plans to do, the gross body is made. Just as we use different instruments in doing different actions. Say, yesterday I was giving you the example, the goldsmith uses so subtle instruments, whereas the blacksmith uses so big iron pieces as hammer and the forceps, and the goldsmith uses so subtle instruments, and the surgeon uses so subtle sutures and forceps, etc. So according to the nature of the action you are doing, the instruments are required. So the subtle body sometimes creates some bodies, however it requires. So the bodies, gross bodies are different from each other according to the style of nature of actions you are going to do. The gross body is built by the subtle body. Just as the farmer makes all the instruments it needs for him, and other people say the what we call the laborers, they have their instruments different from the instruments of the farmer. Everybody uses his own instrument as per the need. Similarly, this subtle body makes different types of gross bodies according to its plan and nature of actions it is going to do. So now we have seen some hard little difference between the gross body and the subtle body. Okay? Got the fact? Yes.
Swamiji, how does the subtle body relate to the soul? The soul and the subtle body.
Subtle body?
And the soul, our soul.
Soul and
Subtle body. How do they?
subtle body?
Subtle body, subtle body.
Subtle body and
Soul.
Soul, the soul.
soul. Acha. Subtle body and soul.
Yeah. Yes.
You see these words we use, it has different meanings according to use in this particular way. Same word, as per its use, it means something sometime, it means something else sometime. The soul means sometimes it is understood as the subtle body, sometimes it is understood as the you see, in subtle body also different types of bodies are there. Just as this gross body has 5 different seeds, annamaya kosh, pranamaya kosh, anandmaya kosh, etc. 5 different seeds. When we see some fruits, say orange, orange has got some outer seed is totally different. On that, below that skin, there will be white layer of seed again, and below that also, over the uh, parts of that uh, central portion, there will be different layers, and over the juice, different layer is there. Similarly, this gross body also has different seeds, and subtle body also. Subtle body also has different aspects as per its working system. Subtle body is not, you see, eightfold body I said. Eightfold means 8 elements, they are of different forms. See, the sound is different from the form, but yet in a broad vision, if you see, the same sound becomes the form. When the sound is again and again gets collected, it creates a form. You see, in the beginning there was a vibration that is called sound, and the same sound has become all these names and forms of this universe, creation. The same sound is known as sky, same sound is known as air, sound is known as fire and water and earth, everything. So in long run, the subtle becomes gross in different ways. When you see this ever-changing process from the subtlemost to the grossmost, then you can understand somewhere we call it subtle body and somewhere we call it gross body. Same process. So different phases, different aspects, with different realms will be found. I give the example of dawn or twilight always, that you should not forget. In the dawn, early morning, you see, get up at 3, and you can observe steadily how this darkness gets form of the light in a slow, continuous, very slow process. Same darkness, we call it light. Light becomes dark in the evening. It is a slow changing process. The same cold becomes fire, hot. The temperature goes on changing slowly from minus to plus. It is a changing system of heat, and sometimes we call it cold, sometimes we call it burning heat. Same thing. It is a slow process. So the subtle body and gross body and all these karma and karma phal means action and reaction process, whatever is going on, the whole universe in a whole process, if you see, it is nothing but a Very, very slow changing process. Everything goes on changing slowly, which is not visible to our gross mind and our gross eyes. When you analyze, you come to know all these. Basically, before understanding anything, you must keep the formula in your hand always. The whole universe is a slow changing process which is known as energy playing the role. This is called universe or your creation or your so-called visible world or your life or your relation with the whole world. Everything is nothing but a slow changing process which is called in one sentence, which is told in one sentence, that play of energy. Everything is a slow process. See your own body, how it was when it was born, and how it has taken this form of today. Is it not a slow changing process? Are you aware how your body is changing, getting old every day, every moment? We are not aware of it. Sometimes when you see long past and today, then only we see the change. But it is going on every moment. Everything, everything. See, you may say, this building is not changing. Just give it up and see it after 50 years and see how it decomposes. It gets torn away part by part. Everything is in the process of change. This is the fundamental principle of the nature. Everything has to change, and that changing system is nothing but energy. And in this energy, our subtle body, our gross body, our actions and reactions, our perception process, and our what not, whole life is in this process only.
Swamiji, because it is changing, that's why we call it illusion also, illusion.
Yes, whatever you see now, it is gone after a moment. So how can you say it is what it is? So if you don't confirm it is this, then it is misunderstanding or confusion or illusion, call it whatever like. If you say it is speck, but the moment you say it is so, it is gone. It is not so after a second. So what is it? It is a confusion. Everything is, this is how everything is, call it confusion, illusion, or superimposition, or disturbance, or whatever you can say. Nothing is clear. And only when everything becomes stable, absolutely stable, there only we can see it is the reality, and that is known as the truth. And same truth is seen by us in a changing process. The same water you see in a wavery system. The water is water. Don't say the waves are different from the water. So whatever names and forms we see in this world, which is always changing, it is nothing but the absolute truth which we see it confusively. We are unable to see it because of its changes. So in this way, the subtle body is differentiated from the gross body, and there are two bodies, and because subtle body is all pervading in the gross body, and it is responsible for all the motions, all the activities, all the actions and reactions done by the gross body. So, according to philosophical language, we say the subtle body is tied up with the gross body. This is called tying, and this is called bondage. Just as you tie something with some other thing, they get bound to each other. Similarly, the subtle body, because it is everything for the gross body and all pervading in the gross body, that's how without subtle body, gross body is dead. So, according to philosophical, analytical language, we can say the subtle body is tied up with the gross body. And subtle body is nothing but energy. So, energy is nothing but the reality itself. So, we call Chit Jad Granthi. Chit Jad Granthi means the awareness which is ever stable, constant, which assumes as unstable, and it gets oneness with the gross body. That's how we call both are tied up, the awareness and this grossness, both are tied up. Chit Jad Granthi. And if you can analytically differentiate this gross body from the subtle body, then you are the subtle body and gross body is different from you. I means ego, mind, prana, isn't it? Which is speaking. So, I speaks, I sees, I smells. Everything is done by I. So, naturally, I is the subtle body, which is different from the gross body. If you can analytically differentiate this subtle body, which is you, then you can get out of this gross body as you like. It is not called death, but it can be told as using the gross body as an instrument. You can get out of this gross body if you can differentiate, because it is tied up. You have to untie first and then differentiate, and then you can use this body as a house, as a dwelling place, or as a chamber, and you can lock it and get out, just as you use your house, rooms. You lock it up and go out and come again, you open it and use this room. Similarly, if you as the subtle body can differentiate from the gross body, then you can understand how to use this body as an instrument. You will realize it. We are discussing the fact Vasistha ji was explaining to Ram about the subtle body which is known as Ativahik Sarir. Ativahik means which carries all the impressions, all the so-called knowledge, whatever impressions it has collected by using this gross body and senses, whatever knowledge it has collected, whatever memories or impressions it has collected and stored in a subtle most chamber that is called subconscious mind, which is present in the subtle body. It carries all these impressions from gross world to the subtler world. So it is called a carrying body, Atibahik Sarir. Atibahik Sarir, which is used as a carriage, just as our trucks and other carriers, they carry all our luggage. Similarly, this subtle body, it carries all the impressions. From this we can understand, if you have some ideas before, and it will be there in this subconscious mind, before entering into samadhi or differentiating from the gross body and becoming the subtle body and acting in subtler realms, if you have some ideas before, then those ideas are carried by this. Understood now? Whatever ideas you have when you are tied up with the gross body, and now you have been differentiated from the gross body and you are now the subtle body only, and you have some ideas, those ideas or impressions are there in your subconscious mind. So wherever you go, you carry those ideas, and those ideas will be activated in the particular right time. That's how the subtler matters you can see you can communicate by the subtler body in the subtler realms. And gross body is not at all required there. Gross body, just as you remove your sweaters and blankets and all these, क्या कहते हैं इसको? Jacket, all the warm clothes, you remove it and keep aside in hot summer days. Similarly, you can keep this gross body aside and you can act in subtler realms by the Ativahik Sarir, this carrying body. Carrying body is also the soul. Soul means everything together, essential everything. So this subtle body, soul, or carrying body, or individual self, same thing. There will be little difference when it is used according to the uh, discussion matters, how they use the word. Same word will have different meaning when it is used in different context.
Swamiji, sometimes we call it Paramatma, sometimes Atma, sometimes Jivatma. So this is just variations. But our technical thing is.
Yes, there is variation. Every word has got a difference. How you use the word in what context, at what time, with what relation, and what are you going to say afterwards, that will have also relation. The same word can have different meanings in different uses. How it is used, you must see. Now, Vasistha ji explained to Rama that celestial lady, Vidyadhari, she told Vasistha ji the cause why he is not able to see the world inside the rock. She said, because you are not habituated to see all those things in the inside the rock, that's how you are unable to see the universe in this inside the rock, because your mind is not habituated, not acquainted with all these names and forms and all these uh, creations inside the stone. Now you have to have an idea to see it. Just as now I told, whatever ideas you have before, it is carried by the subtler body. So, when you have this idea, I want to see the creation inside this rock, then that will do the needful. And that process also is possible in samadhi. The whole complication is we don't understand how these yogis, they do everything in samadhi state. We have the ideas, samadhi means no mind, no actions, nothing is there. Isn't it? But you should understand, samadhi also means the all-round vision. When mind becomes inactive, it becomes no mind. Okay? What remains in the end, when the mind is not there, what remains? That is the truth. So you are one with the absolute truth, which is ever in balance. Okay? That truth holds all these universes. Understood? Innumerable universes are there in this truth only. Just as we have seen all these waves which are not different from the water, are present in the ocean. Ocean doesn't mean without any waves. Ocean means it is wavy only. And it is not different from the water. Similarly, this truth has everything within it. The absolute truth, which is omnipresent, omniscient, and omnipotent, which is only there, nothing else is there. If at all you see something, it is within that. So, if you have some idea to see some particular thing, particular object in a particular way, then you have to see it in the absolute truth. And you have to become it, and that is possible in samadhi only. Understood? Samadhi means in the beginning for the seekers. Samadhi means there is no mind. And step by step when you go, first of all, one thought wavering always, that is concentration. And meditation is one thought steady. When the meditation becomes still more constant, that is we call one thought samadhi, that is sabikalp samadhi. Sab is sabikalpas. They go on naming it differently, never mind. But in the beginning, in sabikalp samadhi, there will be one thought only. And in nirvikalp, that thought also disappears. So, absolute steadiness. Now try to understand what is that state. That absolute constant state is nothing but the absolute truth. And it holds all the names and forms, innumerable words within it. So, in samadhi only you can see and you can do everything. That is how the great yogis, they communicate with the different worlds, and they can do anything and everything in a samadhi state. Whereas we have the doubt. Samadhi state means nothing is possible there. Understood now? In samadhi only you can have contact with different worlds, and you can see different worlds, you can understand anything and everything, you can do anything and everything in samadhi state. It is not as we think in the beginning. In the beginning, of course, it is nothing is possible there, only silence is there. But that silence holds all the noise within it. Just as in the beginning we have seen, Vasistha explained when he was going, searching for a lonely place in the space, he got to know everywhere only disturbance. The whole sky is full of noise and disturbance, which we are not able to see. Our gross eyes cannot see all those disturbances, where Vasistha could see because his mind is something different, totally different from our mind. Such yogis and jnanis, they see such subtler aspects of this world which we cannot imagine even. And if you practice samadhi for long, long time, You can see all the gross bodies in samadhi also. You can also see. Because it is all pervading, because it is all awareness, so you are aware of all the universes, everything together in the balanced state only. And another example we can have, when you enjoy sound sleep, deep sound sleep, what happens? Do you know what happens? Are you aware of yourself or not? In deep sleep state, what happens to your personality? How do you think?
No thinking, no thinking.
In deep sleep, are you aware of yourself or not? But are you absent there? In deep sleep, you are present, but you are not aware of yourself. What will be that state? Huh? Huh? Yes, of course, samadhi, but you don't know yourself. That is negative steadiness. Negative steadiness where that is positive aspect, and your sleep is negative aspect. You have forgotten your presence. But you are somewhere, that awareness is there. When you get up, you remember, yes, I slept so soundly. How did you remember? Where those memories, where from you get? Because you are not absent there, and your presence is hidden or covered up, as it were. That's how, at that particular time, you are not aware that I am sleeping. But if you can practice this method, what we discussed now, differentiating your subtle aspect from the gross aspect, you can see yourself, your body and your subtle body, you can see they are lying before you. Just as you take up your stick or your shoes, it is lying there. Similarly, you can see your body lying before you. That is possible if you can practice somehow or other continuity of your practice. Whatever you practice, it should be undisturbed, continuous. If that continuity, if you can keep up, then in deep sleep also that continuity will continue. So you can see yourself. Understood the fact, you must practice something continuously. Say japa, or what you call seeing your breathe, or witnessing state, anything, whatever you practice, you must practice it continuously. That should not be uncontinued. If you can continue your continuity, that will be continued in deep sleep also. And you can see your body different from you, lying before you. And You can enter into it, or you can get away from it, let it lie down. You can use this body. So, what I mean to say, as an witness, how one becomes capable of seeing everything within himself. Within himself. That state Vasistha ji is explaining to Rama, and that celestial lady asked Vasistha to give up that body, his body, and get into the carrying body, Ativahik Sharir. And then he can go with the Vidyadhari, and then they can enter into that stone universe, and they can see everything. That will be possible. All these facts will be possible then only, not now. With the gross body, it is not possible. Got the point? Tomorrow we shall see how Vasistha ji, what he does afterwards, how he gets out of his body. And of course we are discussing it here in Yoga Vasistha, but almost all of you have heard about Shankaracharya ji. Shankaracharya ji left his body, gross body, and with this subtle body, he went to enter some other's body and get experience of some other knowledge. So, just as we get out of this hall and enter into our bedroom, similarly, the yogis, they get out of this body, gross body, one body, and enter into other body. They use these gross bodies as some rooms, some chambers. That's how the name Purusa is given. Purusa means one who abides, one who sleeps in this chamber. Pure Seti iti Purusaha. One who abides in this chamber, he is called Purusa. You are the Purusa. That means you are the subtle body, the carrying body. You are abiding in this gross body and using it as a vehicle. Sometimes the drivers in some critical situations, they sleep in the car itself. They don't go for hiring some rooms somewhere, and they keep some blankets and they sleep in the car itself, especially in Innova cars. Isn't it? Yes. So, you are sleeping in this body car. Please practice this. For today this much, tomorrow we shall see. Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasesate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. सद्गुरु भगवान की जय, सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय, सरस्वती महारानी की जय, योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय।